We are many. Those that live beyond the veil of darkness where nightmares are born. Sanity knows no bounds, and men's thrives on the suffering of the dead. Rot in the solace in the souls of the weak. We have taken refuge here among the mortals in hope of harvest for my innocence. Tread lightly in the search for the voices and stories of the departed. For in shadow hides the evil that lurks within. As the light dies and slowly becomes night, the realm of spirits rule the world. And the darkness of your mind hides your own hidden demons and brings to light.
And you know what? Forget the intro. What's going on, guys? Happy Sunday. Yeah, no show yesterday. I just got busy and, well, honestly, fell the freak asleep. I promised we'd get back to more Goldfield video, so I got that loaded up, and that's way off. There we go. Yeah, this is Goldfield basement finished. All the clips together, it's like 5 hours. We're going to get through as much as we can tonight. Like I said, I'm just going to turn the camera off, let it play. I'll be here behind the mic. I'll turn it back on when I need to talk, and it's still just a hair off. There we go. But it's just like static camera. I think I moved it twice during the whole investigation. Maybe 3 times. I don't remember. But yeah, this is the Goldfield Hotel basement static camera. Boy. And I don't even think I'm going to need to use the light because we got that on.
Yeah, but the sad part is, all the lights in the basement are the only ones that work now. We've replaced all of them and all the ballasts are out. It's either that or the wiring. So.
Alright, neat. Testing. Yeah, we should be good here. Make sure that's plugged in. Make sure we're good there. We should be good. Alright, that's going all the way down. Alright, this is Brent with Incarnate Paranormal, Goldfield Hotel. This is GoPro 2, basement, back room.
It's the old bathing room.
The old bathing room. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So even if I do this, oh, that casts a shadow. That's good. We're good. That should last about 5 hours. GoPro bathing room basement. Thank you.
Do you want to go down the other hallway just to check?
So angry, embarrassed. What happened, Tundra?
Elevator in the fire suppression.
And TM snuck in. What's up, bud? So what I can do is we can do this. I can minimize myself a little bit. Put myself down to the size of a thumbnail. So yeah, here we are, static camera. You can get more action about me moving around and taking drinks than we do with the camera. Just gotta wait for the shadows and the EVPs. Watching Thanksgiving at the theater because of an emergency you had, okay? And I assume because the basement was where Ghost Adventures had a brick throne. We've talked about that one. A lot of activity said to be down here during the day, so I'm hoping for at least a shadow or something. You're 15, 20 minutes close to the end of the movie. Why do I have a feeling this isn't getting interesting? So, how's your weekend, TM? So, you can see how sensitive that mic is. It's catching me walking probably 50, 60 feet away. So, we're good on the strength of the mic. There I go back upstairs. You don't want to wait a month or a year to rent it to where you find out what happens. Well, it'd be worth the wait. Just saying on that. And this is what To me, this is worse than analyzing audio. I love analyzing audio because you can actually see the peaks in the spectrum. This, it's like, I'll be honest, like I said, it's like watching the paranormal shows. The guys that are stuck in the van watching the hallways all night long. And sometimes they analyze, they sit behind these screens for, you figure a week investigating 3 nights. So 8 hour, 24, in 3 days, they spend 24 hours behind a monitor watching a static camera like this. So you get an idea of what it takes for these paranormal shows to even analyze video. It's a pain in the ass. That's why I pray for a shadow. I pray for something on this. Help make the show. That way we can clip it and make it famous. And I lost 2 followers. I was at 286, I'm at 284. So the 2 people who unfollowed, this is for you. No, I'm not vindictive. Just saying. It's either that or somebody whose account's been dormant for too long and they deleted the accounts. It's another possibility. Now, I had to go into Facebook today and delete 2 of my old business pages. Kind of stung a little bit. The first one, Junkyard Media, I haven't even talked about that one in years. And A Day to Nashville, I had to close the page down. Got a security breach on it. So instead of fixing it, I just deleted it. Make sure I had all the pictures. Down it came. What was that? All right, somebody walking down. All right. Got a visitor. That might have been somebody's shoes squeaking on the floor. I don't think that was a scream. That's kind of why I went back. I don't think it's a scream. Don't know what it is. But we'll have to see. Oh, I control it randomly. Yeah, that's my jump scare. You're talking about this. Yeah, that's my jump scare. I do that to mess with you guys every now and then. When you have a static camera, you got to throw something in every once in a while just to keep everybody's attention. And do you think this one's bad? Wait till we get to the camera I left on the 4th floor. Most of it's darkness. We might get an hour out of the 5.5 hours. We might get an hour, hour and a half of daylight out of it. So yeah, this is 5 hours and 5 hours, 17 minutes of basement camera. I scared you twice. Sorry. Sorry there, Tundra. Yeah, we're going to have to get back and investigate this hotel again. I just got to contact Danielle. She brought a lot of her friends and family there to investigate too. And granted, they've got some people in there, but unfortunately, they're a little too noisy. And it ruined a lot of the audio. So, we get back in, we'll be able to do a hopefully a more thorough investigation. Even if I have to go up, pay for the hotel myself, and just go in for a few hours and see what happens. Now they want us to come back and investigate the hotel during the day. Last time they were in there, they work on it every day. The day after we investigated, they were up on the 3rd floor doing some work, and they had a hammer thrown down the hallway at them. There was only 2 people in the hotel. No, if Danielle says something like, and Ariel, her daughter, who was helping her work on it, say something like that, you take them for their word. They're not going to bullshit you. I've known Danielle 10 years, maybe a little bit longer. Yeah, about 10 to 12 years. And that's the people in Goldfield. Once they know you, you're either family or foe. I don't want to say it like that, but you're never a stranger again, and that's what I love about them. And with this, you almost feel like this.
Are you in here?
But this would be my 4th investigation of the hotel, 3rd, and it's hit and miss. You either get everything or nothing. Wish I could treat it like Nevada State Prison and just go investigate all the time. But okay, that was a footstep. Might be from upstairs. And again, keep in mind, guys, once people start moving around, investigating, and talking, this hotel is old. The walls are old, the floors are old. It echoes like nobody's business. We were up on 4. We heard people talking down in the lobby. So, with all the old concrete, wood, and steel, it just echoes and reverbs throughout the building. We're going to have to pay close attention if we start hearing voices to whether it's not the investigators or paranormal. So, guys, please keep that in mind. Sorry, I'm scratching. My nose has been itching all day for some reason. Yeah, it's in such an old building. It echoes so much, and it's so hard to confirm, but it's fun nonetheless. Now, I know later on in the video I put it inside the well room, which is just forward and to the left. And further on in the night, I put it towards the other side of the basement here. The reason I put it in the well room for a little bit is the the story goes, and like I said, story, not confirmed because a lot of records on shit like this was not kept. That George Wingfield, the owner of the hotel, had a mistress. Uh, he got her pregnant. He kept her chained in his office. And when she gave birth to the baby, uh, he killed her and threw the baby's body down the well that's down here in the basement. None of that's confirmed. It's all story, it's all lore, it's all passed down. Now, is it true? I can't speculate one way or the other, but being that he was married and this is technically a Wild West town still, a mining town, I couldn't completely discredit it. I'd give it 70% no, 30% yes. Until it's something's documented, I don't know. I just don't know. But there's also people who give tours of the hotel, or previous people who gave tours, who just fabricated the story even more, which really did damage to it because a lot of people believed it. Now, I'm not going to even go into the names of the people or say what the even more fabricated story was, but when we did a tour of the hotel and we were told this story, I just sat back. Back of the group, I was just laughing. It was like, you can't be seriously making this up. They were. But like the gunfight room, Danielle will not go in there, even with somebody with her. She's been scratched in there. She's been chased out of there by footsteps and voices, and is one of the rooms in the hotel where I haven't seen it, but blood still appears on the floor. Evidently, guy was caught cheating at cards. He went up to his room. The person who he cheated against went upstairs, knocked on the door. He answered, shot him dead in the doorway. So is that true? That's another story you need more documentation to confirm it. So this would be back in the teens and the 20s. 19 teens. All right, guys, I gotta turn off the camera and the mic real quick. I'll be back in just a minute. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. I take it nothing exciting happened. There's nothing in chat. Oops. Oh.
I want my duck!
Thanks, TM. I'm deaf. I had my headphones turned up, too. Oh. I heard talking in the background. Perfect timing. Oh. A double. Thank you. Shit. That was good timing. I was not expecting that. Woo. Oh, there comes a couple of the investigators. I hope that's an investigator, otherwise that's a big ghost. That looks like Danielle's friends and family. It's a friends and family plan.
You're going to die.
Let's see how much noise is created. Yeah, it just boggles me how sensitive the microphone is. You can hear him talking over 100 feet away. What can you do? It's a downside of static cameras and static mics, static recorders. You're going to get everything anytime anybody talks. It's all right. It's part of it. We just got to deal with it. Come on, Jack.
Did a baby get yeeted down this thing?
Really catch that recording window.
Oh, yeah. What? I said we entered the room. Yeah. All right, I'm leaving this room. Two people are saying that. So this is going to be all the laundry room can be here, living room, so we're going to be over here. We didn't go into this one last time. By the way, there's a reader here. We didn't come into this one last time. I'm guessing he's talking about the baby. This must have been something because it had.
There's a reader right there.
Patrick and family coming into room.
And they announced themselves. Rock
This must
on.
have been something because they titled this room.
Yeah, but that's where the baby was supposed to leave yeeted off of. There's a recorder.
Entering this room.
Entering room. Jill Patrick.
William Patrick.
I
stop clicking your light off and on?
It's not looking.
Ooh, we can see him.
Oh, wow,
Right?
That's cool.
There's one around the back.
Yeah, a little bit of EMF freedom. Are you with us? Was there something in here that made my EMF go up? Nah.
It's the first time it's flickered though, right?
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Whoa. That's interesting.
I think somebody gave their boot off.
Hey, and it's original.
Hey, look, this.
L sign.
There's boots.
There's different unlock.
Yeah, it just didn't unlock and
There, before they put it up. Whoa! Whoa! I got up to EMF
Yeah, but
level
that
3.
happens when you don't use lots of first things.
Still. You got to EMF level 3.
I just thank God they announced
Is
themselves.
that a ghost?
That's all that really matters.
Was that a ghost? Were you over here?
Entering room.
Just be really careful.
Dude, Katie. I go back to where I had it. It doesn't flicker. And you got the EMF level 3.
Dude, it's supposed to be quiet when they're like in here.
I could put their iPod down.
This.
That's number 1. Silence.
I didn't even hear the mask. What's going on?
They're trying to be decent selfies, you know? I'm trying to do my own thing. Would you stop?
Stop clicking the damn light.
That doesn't hurt you nor him.
Yeah, but
There's
I
what,
didn't
5 of them?
expect the roll to
But he constantly is clicking that damn light. Stop it.
turn it off.
I think
Jesus.
I went to a different room than you guys. You guys stayed back. Don't act like you're better, dude.
No, it's not enough.
You're
It's like a
doing the
nervous
same
tick
thing
or
I did.
something.
Then you're not being respectful. Because you did the same
Alright,
thing
you
I
guys.
did.
Enough arguing.
Did he just say?
You're doing.
Keep turning it off.
He just say what I think he did?
I went to a different room than you guys. You guys stayed back. Don't act like you're better, dude.
No, it's not enough.
You're doing the same thing I did. Then you're not being respectful. Because you did the same
Alright, you
thing I
guys.
did.
Enough arguing. Just be more silent.
Hey, this must have been the bathhouse.
You're not being respectful. He nailed it on the head.
Real EMF. Thanks.
Well, fuck that, dude. I don't
Well,
know.
we wanted to put their iPod up and ask questions.
Okay.
Wasn't that what we're supposed to be doing?
Yeah, no. Why
Put it on the ground,
not
though.
like in the room for it?
Well, Grandpa's not gonna be with us all night.
My house to be, isn't it?
I'm just gonna take Grandpa on show.
No, we're all staying as a group. We just told Billy that.
You can do it. Just
Let's
announce
get
when
him
you
the
go.
car, that, and then he can dump it down, and then we'll go to the market.
We just have to be quiet.
Start in the basement, so let's just do the basement first. Since we've already.
No, because I like Dad's idea. We'll go upstairs if they're down here.
Mm.
We'll just avoid them.
And then we'll go back
Alright,
to
turn off the
And
equipment
we'll
and
do
then
all
if
the
we're not
goofy
gonna be
stuff.
doing it.
Well, you should have that one. That's a good idea. And then
Alright,
we
shut this one off.
They have their own meters. And yeah, they're touching their own sensors.
Where did that go?
Alright,
Yeah,
now we
yeah,
gotta announce
yeah.
we are leaving.
We are leaving this
We're
room.
leaving basement.
I told you to tie that shoe.
Yeah. This must be the one.
You heard him say, oh, well, you do the same. You're being disrespectful. Well, you do the same thing. They're in a competition to see who disrespects more. I mean, come on, seriously on that. It's like, whatever. I don't think they wanted to investigate. I think they just wanted to look around and wait for something to jump out at them. I just don't think they were there to truly investigate. Maybe they think it's a haunted house, and not, they know it's a history house because Danielle works there and they're related. They know the history of it. I'm not going to even try to pretend on that one. They know there's history there. But I think they're just, what's that word I'm looking for? They're got like mental conditioning to believe like everything that happens on those TV shows is going to happen to them when they're in there. That's just my personal opinion. Also here, like you can hear them up on 3 from the basement. Like I said, it's Ghost Adventures did this hotel 3 times. Half the evidence they got, I never did. And I've been in that hotel as many times as they have. Wait a second. Go back, go back. All right, they're just coming down the stairs. Had to confirm it. No, they're coming down the stairs. Not necessarily walking by, they're coming way down the hallway. And that shows you how much echoing you can actually experience. No idea who that is.
Entering room.
Entering room.
Thank God for announcing it.
Just say Patrick went down. Alright, do your thing. Turn on here. Don't put it right there, cause it's gonna pick up the electric off of that plastic. You're gonna do it so it doesn't.
Okay, no, how about that?
There you go.
Then do what?
Last question. Do you know your name? Did you feel the big earthquake?
How do you feel about the renovations? Are you stupid? If yes, then no.
Is anybody here down in the basement that wanna talk? That's that little black thing over there in the room. It's a little round thing.
full of 3, and I was like, but even with this, I can't pick it up.
You like the tile.
Yeah, somebody put a lot of work into this.
Is this where you would take a bath?
I'm like, oh, that's good. I don't
Or
think
you a minor?
You'd think if there was any responses, that we'd hear them too on the mic. So I don't see them getting any responses because we're not.
I'm like, oh, good. Any other place we wanna go?
You wanna go over by the left, Mexican?
You wanna? You can just go in the other room.
Let's go into the bathhouse. Leaving home.
Tactical
Mexican family
meeting.
leaving.
Thank you for announcing it. They're doing it right. TM, I think you're right. But I think the one or two that are serious can't really do it because the others aren't into it, so they ask a couple questions and move on. They only asked 3 questions in like 2 minutes and walked away. You can't do an EVP session in 10 minutes and only ask 3 questions. It's not a possibility. It's disheartening is what it is. But what can you do? Exactly, TM. Hey, what's your name? Yeah, do you know what year it is? Is this where you took a bath? Okay, we're leaving now. And the spirit's just sitting there going, but, 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 hey. It's like, come on. They want to answer, but these microwave investigators, it's, I just never get, I'll never understand investigating that fast. It's amazing because we're not hearing anybody walk around upstairs yet. They do not wouldn't expect like fishing, then maybe move on. Yeah. They didn't spend a total of 10 minutes down in the basement.
Turning right.
Entering area.
Turning right.
Open family, entering
This room.
mine shaft room.
And they're gonna toss down this.
Kind of
Load out
settle on
equipment.
that.
Put it away from that.
I don't think about the falling. It's so cute.
No, on the edge.
Did a baby die? Are you with us? Do you want us to leave?
10 seconds between questions.
Are you with us?
One more.
Do you want us to leave?
10 seconds between questions.
Frequent visitor, how often?
14 between questions. Wow.
You not level 2?
Do you like to play poker? What was your favorite hand in poker?
Do you want us to leave?
Are you alone?
If you're alone, could you walk away from us?
Do you want us to leave? Or are you alone? If you're there, they're not alone.
Were you part of the poker shootout?
Could you walk over from me?
What was that question?
Could you walk over from me? I don't know what's wrong with you.
He asked, do you want us to leave 3 times? Well, he asked it twice and she asked it once. Do you want us to leave 3 times? It's a way to get a response. Just keep asking the same questions.
Could you walk away from me?
Were you a big gambler?
Do you
Maybe they feel something. I doubt it. I just don't. I think they're inexperienced and they don't know what to ask. I'm chalking it up to that. They just don't know what to say. Because I was there once myself, where you just kind of reach for questions. I've been there.
Are you satisfied? With this crappy. Oh crap!
Hello?
Oh, you're not very full. Are you standing next to us? You to my right? You to my left. Whoa, this thing's taller than you.
No, it's a little bit.
Yeah.
The living room.
Living room.
Yeah, I don't think they were ready. You're going into one of the most haunted buildings on the West Coast, but there's too many people. Spirits are not going to communicate with a group that large. Just not going to happen.
That's crazy. You got a couple rooms in there. You don't want that being that full.
Okay, so you guys keep saying, and then let me go for a little bit.
Okay.
But you guys can go, just make sure that when you're ready for something, that you let them know, like, hey, I'm gonna go to this room. But if you see any recording things, like in this room,
Okay, we've been
make sure
announcing
you're,
ourselves.
okay, thank you.
We're gonna say, Patrick was banned entering. So yeah, we've been saying entering, exiting. Okay. For people.
I am gonna go back upstairs and say change, because I've never been touched upstairs.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
He's like, can we go upstairs now? Everybody's so scared right now, right?
Yeah. You just have to let people know, and when you go up there, you guys can split up, like they can go together or whatever,
Yeah.
do 2 people, and then like do a whole side, so you guys cover it. That's That's what we're doing. The people that are upstairs. Yeah, like 5 minutes ago.
Really?
But just remember, you guys have 4 more flights above you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like upstairs is really.
That would be Danielle.
So.
You got 4 flights above you. Yeah.
There's this one, and then.
All the construction, TM. They're hanging drywall, they're fixing floors, they're fixing electrical, the piping, everything. That whole hotel is under construction.
Well, I might not be up there. Ariel will be up there. She'll be.
And it keeps dust under control. If they're cutting, the drywall dust and everything doesn't go into the next area. So it's to help keep dust down. No, TM. It has not been a working hotel since 1948. Yeah, so it has not been a working hotel since, let's see, 80, 70, 75 years. It's been closed down. They're trying, TM. It's going to take probably close to $20 million to get that hotel up to code and running again. They've been working on it for past 15 years that I know of. And it's piece by piece. I mean, look up Goldfield, Nevada on the map. Seriously, look it up. And look how remote Goldfield is. The closest major city is Vegas, which is 3.5 hours away. It's almost hard, or if not impossible, to get supplies up there to do the repairs. You've got handfuls of people here and there working on it. Not to mention how hard it is to get people to Goldfield to work on it. It's so remote. It's going to be a long time before they get it open, if ever. At least they've got it earthquake proofed. It's going to still stand for another 150, 200 years, no matter what at this point. Whether they get it running, that's another question. I hope they do, though. I really hope they do. They're not going to, TM. Goldfield is it's a living ghost town. The only benefit they have right now is they are They found a new mine, above ground mine, to where they could do a lot more gold mining. Problem is, no place in Goldfield to stay. You've got or the Ish House, which only has like 6 bedrooms, and you got one of the other hotels, which has like 20 rooms. You need at least 200 rooms, if not more, which means drive up to Tonopah, Nevada, which they still don't have the capacity to hold that kind of employment to rebuild Goldfield. You'd have to build almost an encampment. They'll never rebuild Goldfield. Never. And in that gold mine that they're starting is only going to last for 10 to 15 years. They're currently building a new freeway to circumvent Goldfield and Tonopah. So Goldfield and Tonopah are going to be complete ghost towns in 30 years. It's depressing, but that's just actually part of it. It sucks. But I know where you're going with that. It'd be nice to see. Never happen. I'll tell you, for one, there's no services in Goldfield. There's no doctor. There's no gas. There's no store. The closest store is Tonopah. Closest doctor is Tonopah. Closest hospital is Vegas. Closest gas station is Tonopah. So if you wanted just a little thing of milk, you got to drive 30 to 40 minutes just to get a little thing of milk. It's even the desert get visits, yeah, but not on remote towns. You got to be able to have services. They have a little diner in there that's not open every day. I mean, you'd have to get some serious investors in there to do anything. And they would have to build before they got anybody in. And financially, it's not plausible. I hate saying it like that. It's just not plausible. They're not going to blow anything up. Everything in that town is a historical landmark. They can't blow anything up. They're registered historical landmarks. Most of that town is a historical landmark. Those buildings go all the way back to 1907, 1908. So it's tough. Yeah, and I know what you're trying to say, TM. Don't take it the wrong way, please. You almost have to see it to understand. You have to see it to understand. Oh, actually, I want to see something real quick. I want to look this up for you, just so you get an idea. Population of Goldfield, Nevada, 234 people. And that's as of 2020. Actually, as of 2021, 224 people is the population. And back in the 1910s, 1915, in that area, there was over 30,000 people. There's a visitor center. There's a historical center. But like I said, it's an old mining town. Goldfield, Nevada was the capital of Nevada for a short time because it went from a few hundred people to 30,000 people. Then it went from 30,000 down to like 1,500, and it just started dwindling after that. After the floods and the fires, Goldfield just collapsed. But it is what it is. I've got to experience most of the buildings in this town, so all of them are haunted, some more than others, and the history is even more exciting. A lot of ties to the Wild West in Goldfield. Wyatt Earp spent a short time in Goldfield. Virgil Earp was a marshal there for a very short time. So yeah, ties from Tombstone to Goldfield, Nevada. So there's Wild West, lore to it. No, it was never used as a movie prop. This is real Wild West. Virgil Earp, the Earps were not movies. They were based on real stories. The Earp brothers, the most famous lawmen in the Wild West. You'll never hear about it mentioned in the movies. That Virgil Earp was a marshal in Goldfield. That's how little a time he spent as a sheriff or a marshal there. He ended up, I think it was like 6 months or something like that. They ended up getting sick, transferred up to Tonopah, where he died of pneumonia. Nobody's going to go there for a movie. It's hard enough for Ghost Adventures to get there for a TV show. For Ghost Adventures, they're centered in Vegas. To load up the vans and the RVs to get up there is an undertaking. They're not going to go there for a movie. It's just too remote. And it's not worth it. As much as I'd like to see it, at the state the town is in right now, it's just not going to happen. As much as I'd like it to. Whoa. What happened there? Sorry about that. Don't know why that flicked off like that. That's weird. All right, that shouldn't be right there. Nice breeze going by, and there's no breeze down here. Something's breathing into the mic. That's strange. There's no thunder. It wasn't raining. You remember the video of the investigation? It was barely windy outside. So no thunder. No voices to follow it, so I don't think we could even count it if we wanted to. You're right, it probably wasn't breathing. Oh, something like, it might have been a breeze. It just might have been a breeze. Could have been an echo from down the hall upstairs, too. Or it could have just been, it could have been vibration on the mic. You know, it could have been just the mic wobbling, too. And that little vibration of the microphone causes that that air distortion. That's a very strong possibility as well. Maybe somebody dragged something upstairs. Exactly. There's nothing on either side of it, so we debunk it. We just throw it. And this is going to take us a couple of shows to get through. We're already an hour and 30 minutes into the video, and I said, we got another 4 hours to go on this. This is a long static camera video. So this is going to be probably 3 shows at least. And we're going to probably finish this up on the weekends. And then we're just going to focus on the audio during the week. So definitely at least 2 more shows on this. Because I know I cannot sit here for 5 hours and watch one hallway. I just don't have it in me. I don't. So one of the hardest things for me is watching static cameras. I can do blank audio all night. But when it comes to video, it's not my forte. That's why, it's like when you have a full paranormal team, when you have a full team. You have somebody, your audio specialist, your video specialist, lighting, you have your investigators, your team leads, your instructors. Yeah, the same muffled sound. So that's why we debunked it. It's probably something from upstairs. It's like you get your specialists on the team and that's what they focus on. Yeah, I'm pretty much like I can do video, I don't like it. Audio, yes. Interviews, the investigations, yeah. And that's kind of when I was the second team I was with, Vegas Valley Paranormal. You were an audio guy, you were a video guy, you were a tech, you were, the mule who carried all the equipment, you were the psychic, you were the medium, you were the investigator, you were the interviewer. You had your designated position and you rarely varied from that. I was very fortunate that I was brought in and taught everything at once. The man who taught me, Barry, and I'll give him credit to the day I die, even though I don't speak to him anymore, he taught me a lot about the field. Psychological as well as technical. So when I was new in the field, I got to learn it all. I got to learn a lot. And that's helped me throughout the years, and I'm blessed for it. And I see Sarah snuck in. And looks like maybe ducked out. Uh, if you're hearing humming, that might be from my heater. Because I have the heat on. You hear that humming in the background? That might be on my side. And we are to that point. We're at an hour and 40 minutes into this video. We're an hour, actually, yeah, hour and a half in. So, kind of got where I wanted to tonight on this, guys. I'm going to cut it here so I can go get fast forward, also help see if something is moving. Well, yeah, I don't want to. We can go literally at double speed if we need to. I don't like going like this fast through it. Because it kind of just ruins it. You risk missing EVPs. I think you know that though. We have heard the EVP. but not at double speed. Once you go double and triple speed, you're basically just kind of just whipping through the video. I'm trying to prevent that right now, but if it starts getting dead, we can do that. Anyways, we are right there on that video, so I think I'm going to call it here so I can go get some dinner. I am just a little on the hungry side. Haven't eaten all day and the stomach's grumbling. So TM, I thank you for being here. Anybody else that's lurking in the wings, we're going to dive back into the Goldfield basement video next weekend. Tomorrow night we're going to continue on to MDS recorder. 4 sections of that recorder. So we have our work cut out for that recorder. We'll see how that goes though. We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday there will not be a show. It's Thanksgiving. Friday, I have no idea yet. Maybe. It's Black Friday. It's an extra day off. Video also helps. I have some kick something without knowing. Yes, exactly. We'll see how Friday plays out, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, definite shows. Thursday, no. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, more than likely. That being said, guys, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Good night, God bless, and I'll see y'all later.